Guys, if you're not talking to at least 50 of your prospects every single day, either you or your appointment setter, you're leaving massive amount of money on the table. The highest ROI activity that you can do to build and scale your business is to be talking to your prospects on a daily basis. If you're not doing this yet, if you don't have an appointment setter, guys, this video is for you, because I will give you the framework and I will give you the exact steps that will help you to have proper conversations which smoothly move the ball forward in every DM conversation so you can book in more sales calls and actually start scaling your business, or give you the framework that you can give to your appointment setters. You can actually be hands-off and have the sales calls being booked in. So if you're at the point of hiring an appointment setter but you want to understand the process, or if you are not spending enough time in the DMs yourself and you want to get more scrappy and you want to start booking in more calls, this video is for you, because I give you the exact framework of what to do and what to say in the DMs and actually how to move it forward in a non-salesy, non-pushy way. Good. So appointment setting. What is appointment setting? Just really quickly, guys, because I'm assuming you know this, but appointment setting is basically the appointment setting that I talk about and that I help my clients with, spending time in the DMs, focusing on the inbound leads that you're getting to booking calls. I'm not talking about cold calling, I'm not talking about outbound cold appointment setting, inbound appointment setting, and making sure calls are being booked in. Also, no low ticket sales in the DMs. That's not what I do. That's not how I help. It's not a scalable business. It's not what I believe in. Should stay away from that. Appointment setting. So the first thing you want to make sure that you have established a lead flow, right? So there's leads that need to come in via different ways. And what is the definition of a lead? According to Alex Ramosi, anyone that you can reach out to. I want to take it a step further. In this case, it's anyone who has really showed interest in you, your product, your services, your content in any type of way. What are these? What are the indicators that someone has shown interest in your products or services? Obviously, the quickest, the fastest, the nicest way is if someone texts you and says, hey, I'm interested, can I get more information about your program? This is obviously the warmest type of lead. Other indicators, because you probably won't get tons and tons of those. Others are likes, follows. If you're on LinkedIn, connection request, comments, story views, hand raisers, right? So people who do say like, hey, I'm interested, or could I receive more information, or like a freebie. So there's all different ways that you can see that people are interested. If you're on LinkedIn profile visit, right, there's tons of different ways that you can see that people are interested. So anyone with this type of action, you should be following up on, because they are interested in what you're saying, what you're doing. If you're not doing this, if your appointment setter is not doing this, again, you're leaving money on the table. So you want to make sure you have a lead flow. You're creating content, and if you're clever, you'll be running ads, right? Because then all of this effort will be automated and you're not relying on the algorithm gods to hopefully push your story viral, but you actually have a predictable lead flow coming in. But there's other videos to actually go into more depth, but I'm assuming you have established your lead flow. Leads are coming in. So from here, there's different steps to actually move from your lead all the way to booking a call, right? Because this is what we want to do. Book in qualified call. This is the end objective. You want to book in as many qualified calls with prospects who are eager to work with you as we can. So this is the ultimate objective. So how do you go from this engagement here all the way to booking them in a qualified call in your agenda, so you can actually, or your closer can close them and charge your high ticket prices and make a fuck ton of money. So the first step is obviously to create a an opener, right? This is the first step. Just as you would meet someone on the street, the first thing you would do is say hello, right? So there's different ways that leads are coming in. For instance, if you get a follow, someone follows your page, this means that they are interested. So an opener could be just as simple as obviously saying hello, but we want to be more clever, we want to be more strategic with our opener. So we want to open them in a casual way that fits your tone of voice. It needs to sound like you. And ideally, what I have seen over the past 2 years work very, very well is to actually make sure you add some personalization in. Hey, John, thank you for the connection request. Really great to be connected with you. I see on your page you've been to the Bahamas. It's always been on my list. Would love to go there. So it's hello, personalization, and then open. All right, so this part you can template, this part you can template, the personalization, obviously not. Open question, you don't want a yes or no question, an open question. And this is something where you can think about what you can say for your business, right? An example could be, are you just here for the content, or are you actually looking for ways to fill in how you help people? Hey John, hey John, great to connect. Good to have you here, love your content, it looks really good. I see you've been to the Bahamas, always been on my bucket list. Just curious, man, are you here for the content, or are you actually currently looking for ways to scale your business? All right, so this is how we open. The more personalization, the better, I found from 2 years of testing. Good, so the main objective here is to get a response. If you don't get a response, conversation kind of dies, becomes a cold lead. So you want to get a response. That's your objective here with step number 1, right? Step number 2, you want to start qualifying. And qualifying, I'll give you into like several steps of how to qualify. But there's different things that you want to know about your prospect, because you don't want to book in everyone who cannot afford your services, who's not a fit, who you cannot help. So there's different questions that you want to be asking, different qualifying questions that gives you information about the prospect, that gives you leverage about the prospect. So think for a second, what are the questions that you can qualify your prospects with? What are the things that you need to know from them in order to see if they can be a good fit? If you don't have them, I will give them to you, because this comes down to the basic principles of sales. The first thing that I want to understand is, what do they do? Right? What is it that they do? I'm in a B2B service, so I help my clients to scale with ads and appointment setters. So I'm looking for business owners, ideally with a personal brand. You're looking for some information about the current lifestyle, the current business, and there's often a lot of information you can already get from their profile. Be careful for not asking stupid questions. Hey John, what do you do? And when it says very clearly that he's a performance coach on his Instagram or his handle or on his LinkedIn, you don't want to be asking those questions. But often I'm asking here, like, hey, who are your clients? Like, what are the transformations that you're offering to your clients and at what price points, right? So I'm getting more information about what it is that they actually do, stuff that I cannot get from their profile. So think about what you would need to know from your prospects. Maybe you need to understand if they're, currently working towards a health goal, if you're a fitness coach, or if they're actually like a team leader, if you're a performance coach. What is it that they do? And it can be obviously a bit of chit chat here in between as well, before you move on to like qualifying. Opener, bit of chit chat. What is it that they do? Now, what I like to do is go to step number 4 and ask them about their goal. This is crucial leverage that you need to have. You need to understand what their goal is in order for you to understand if you can actually help them with that goal. If they are into fitness but they're very happy with where they're at, it's going to be very difficult for you to convince them to actually set a higher goal. So you want to understand where they're going, right? So in my example, if they are selling a transformational program when it comes to mindset coaching, right, that's what they do. And their objective would be to earn, let's say, 10K per month. Now, let's say 20K per month. This is their objective, right? So your phrase, your question could be like, hey, I'm just really curious, like, what is it that you're working towards in the next 4 months? Or like, when it comes to your fitness, what New Year's resolutions did you have in terms of like your health goal? You want to get this as concrete as you can. You want to get a specific number, if that's applicable to your industry. You want to get a specific number. How much weight do they want to lose? How much more sleep do they want to get? How much more money do they want to make? Because this will tie back to the gap, which I will show you in a second. So by understanding what their goals are, then the next question that I often ask is, where are you currently at, right? So they are a mindset coach. They're offering a mindset program for $2,500 a month. Or sorry, $2,500 for their program, and they want to get to 20K, right? So they need to sell 8 of those per month. So I know what they do, I know where they want to go, and then a logical next question, and this is the magical question, where are they now? So what's their current situation? This is what they do, but revenue-wise, goal-wise, I want to lose 20 kilos. Okay, where are you now? Or I want to get more buffed. I want to, like, okay, where are you now with regards to your goal? Because if you understand what they're doing now, so let's say they are at 5K per month, right, then we know that the gap is 15K per month. So now we directly have the most crucial part, and that's the gap of 15K. This is where it hurts, right? This is what we're looking for. We're looking for the pain point, because this will give you the most amount of leverage to actually book in the call. Because if someone says, oh yeah, no, I'm running my program, I'm selling the mindset coaching for $2,500, and you go like, you want to book in a call? It doesn't make sense, right? It makes more sense if you know their goal, but maybe they're at 19K, they don't need your fucking help. Once you understand that they're 15K away from their goal, from their weight loss, or the pain is that their relationship is shit, or they're not attracting the right type of jobs, they've applied 100 times but just cannot seem to attract the right job, you understand where it hurts. Now, can you see how that makes all of the difference? Now, you have leverage, because now you see, okay, they're here, they want to go there, but this is the gap. If you want to dig deeper, you can also understand why they are here, right? So number 5 will be the gap. Number 6 could be why, or what have you tried before? All right, so now you're going deeper into the pain. Okay, but I just want to understand, like, if you want to go to 20K per month, you look like a pretty clever guy to me. Like, what's been stopping you? And then more of the pain comes up, right? I tried a marketing program before and I fell for the live or organic marketing. So I got stuck creating content every single day, and people kept telling me like, yeah, just post more, do more freebies, and it wasn't working. I hired the wrong people. I spent money on ads, wasn't working. Okay, so now we're getting deeper. And there's actually just a little sidestep, right? There's 2 ways that we can go. We can go broad, so we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can go into these different questions so we understand where they're at. We can also go in depth. 20K per month. Wow, John, that sounds amazing. Like, why is 20K per month important for you? What would change that? What would change for you in your life, for your family, for your business? Once you hit that goal, like, why is that important? So you're going more into depth about these specific topics. What have you tried before? Why is it not working? Why did organic marketing not work for you? So you're building leverage throughout by going broad, by going deep, up until you come to a point where it makes sense to actually pitch the call, right? Because now let's say John has revealed so much of his situation, you've built trust with him. You're not just sounding like a robot, but you actually have a conversation with him. You acknowledge what he says, and you have this information, and now you understand that John would actually be the perfect fit for your program. You've qualified him. You also understand that he runs his own business. He's not broke. He has some money. He has invested in himself before. This is where you want to be pitching the call. How would you pitch the call? This is important where we help our clients with a lot as well, where we see a lot of difference in terms of the amount of qualified calls being booked in, the way you pitch the call. But often you want to emphasize what they said, saying, hey John, I really appreciate the transparency of everything that you've shared before. And by carefully listening to what you've shared with me, like I'm 100% convinced I can help you with the program because we've helped 200 other people just like you. I would love to hop on a free consultation call with you just to see if it can help you to get unstuck and to see if you could be a good fit for the program. So this is how you position the call, where there's no strings attached consultation call. You can even say hey, if we're not a fit, that's totally fine. We can always help everyone with free resources or point them in the right direction if there's not a fit for our program. So you want to make sure that you sell the call in a beneficial way to the prospect. All right, and from there you are booking in your calendar with a bunch of calls, and here it's really up to your sales skills or your closer to be closing all of those. The better job you do here in the appointment setting journey, the better you nurture the relationships, the better questions you ask, the higher your closing percentage will be as well, right? If people are already loving your content, and this is somewhere where you can plug in your VSL, right? We have a VSL which we help our clients with to script perfectly as well, so that once before they book in the call, you send a video sales letter that already warms them up, that basically makes your sales calls into onboarding calls, because they've seen your content, they understand really the framework of what you do, they've seen your testimonials. Your closing process becomes a whole lot easier. So this is the process that either you or your appointment setter should take your prospects through to fill up your agenda with qualified sales calls. The better questions you ask, the better content you create, the better ads that you run, the better and the more sales calls you will have. So guys, feel free to start implementing this. If you're not doing this, if you've been procrastinating on this, it's really time to make a change. As I said, you're leaving massive amount of money on the table. The appointment setters for my clients are booking in calls on a regular basis. All they need to do is show up. We help them with the VSL so that actually the quality really improves. So if this is something you want to implement in your business as well, if you feel like you're not doing enough with the appointment setting, if there's more leverage for you, which there absolutely will be, but you're looking just for a system so you can work on your business instead of in your business, this is what we help to do. This is how we help to scale businesses far past 20K per month by building this leverage with the right A players. If that's you, if you're serious, book in a call down below and I'll see if we can help you to actually scale the fuck out of your business and make sure you don't need to spend any second in the DMs anymore by applying this strategy, by applying the ads, running your VSL and hiring an appointment setter that can do the job for you. Guys, thank you for watching.